Once again, very good morning and thanks for joining. Okay, so yesterday we completed core internal parts like what is clean page, what dirty page, what is wall writer means wall files means wall concept, and we discussed about the check part. We discussed about the lazy writers and little about eager writer. Okay, and one more concept is pending asset properties. We'll talk in the upcoming classes, okay, regarding to the asset properties. So as part of today's session, we are going to discuss how to install SQL Server, okay. As a core database administrator, uh, as a DBA, forget about SQL, okay. As a DBA, we must and should know how to install the product. We must and should know how to access the product. We must and should know what are the things we can do as a DBA. We must and should know. So first, today our main focus is how to install SQL Server. Okay. While you are installing SQL Server, what are the things you need to take care in real world? Uh, what are the points you need to remember? How we will get the request? What are the things you need to take care? So everything will focus on today. Okay. So technically speaking, uh, uh, we are installing SQL Server, but in real world, many people will call that new build server. Okay, new build servers means you are building a new instance. So uh, SQL set of file, you are installing new SQL Server set of files. Okay, so before we go into the installation, we wanted to know about what is instance, what are the things you need to take in care, uh, how to install SQL Server using graphical user interface, how to install SQL Server using command line, and the main focus will be the licensing part. So when you are going to purchasing a product, we must and should know about that licensing cost. What type of license are there? What is their cost? Which license will fit for our requirement? Okay, if in case if someone is asking about regarding the license, what are the actions you will take care as a DBA? Let's focus all this area. Then we'll try to install the SQL Server. Mostly, if time permits, today I will install. Otherwise, tomorrow I will install the SQL Server because we want to discuss many things. Okay. So first, before I install SQL Server, you must and should know about the instance. Okay. Uh, what is an instance? See, an instance is nothing but a copy of our database engine, nothing but SQL Server.exe. See, when you open Task Manager, when you go to the details, okay, if you search for SQL, there will be, I think I stopped all the SQL services. Okay, I wanted to install SQL Server on the VMs, so I just stopped the SQL Server. Otherwise, you could see SQL Server.exe. Okay, in the services. Okay, so an instance is nothing but a copy of your database engine. When you install a product, so when you install a product, it is just a copy of engine copy, nothing but technically we are calling as a SQL Server.exe, which is running in the which will run in the background, which will run in the background. So executable that runs as an operating system service. It is running as a service. Okay, you are installing SQL Server. When you install SQL Server, you will get a backend. You will get one service called SQL Server.exe executable file, and it contains lot of DLLs, lot of binary files. See, when you install any product, not only SQL, when you go to the program files, you will see lots of uh, DLLs, lots of exe files, binary files, respect to that tool, that service, whatever you are installing. Either it can be antivirus, either it can be Hyper-V, either it can be whatever you are installing a game, you are installing an app related to that application, that service. you will have a lot of binary files, a lot of executable files. Like same, when you install SQL Server, you will also get lots of binary files. When you install SQL Server, you will also get lots of binary files. Binary files are nothing but .dll files, executable files. So by default, you will get all the binary files. But all these will run under SQL Server.exe. SQL Server.exe. To present you, let's start one instance, okay? Rather than technically discussing, let's go for little. So when we start an instance, you will see SQL Server.exe file as an executable file. If you stop that one, entire your SQL services goes down. Okay, but to fulfill that, in the background there are many things are happening. So when you start the instance, so technically we are calling as an instance. Technically, you are calling as a instance. Please keep that in your mind. This is an instance. When you are installing a SQL Server, you are calling as an instance in SQL. So in Postgres, you will build a cluster. Technically, you will call it as a cluster. In SQL, you will call it as an instance. In Postgres, you will call it as a cluster. In Postgres, you will call it as a cluster. In SQL, you will call it an instance. Okay, the naming will be different, but underlying concept will be the same. Okay, when you are installing a product, when you are installing a product, okay, especially when you are installing SQL Server, you will technically call it as a one instance. In my laptop, in my server, I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 instances are available. Okay, total 5 SQL services are running in my laptop. Okay, so will I need to install these many? What happened? Why SQL is not starting? Come on. Is there a memory pressure? 13 GB. Good. No worries. Enough. 1 second. That's great, sir. So when you start the SQL services, you will see SQL Server.exe in the task manager. Means whenever you see SQL Server.exe, blindly you should understand. Okay, one SQL instance is running in my mission. Whenever you are having multiple SQL servers, okay, multiple instance, you will get one doubt. How, Subbu, I am installing multiple SQL server? Will you install MS Office multiple times? Will you install MS Office multiple times on your laptop? Will you install MS Office multiple times?
No.
No. VLC player? No. Any application? No. Only one time you can install, correct? Only one time you can install. Something happened. My SQL is not starting. Let's start from the services.msc. If not, I will verify why it is not starting. Yeah, started. See, sir, when I'm starting SQL services from the SQL Server Configuration Manager, it is not starting. But same SQL Server when I'm starting from services.msc, it is starting. Due to lack of some memory constraint in my laptop, okay? You are facing this issue. I am facing this issue. See, when you wanted to stop the SQL services, start the SQL services, better you can choose services.msc, sir. Okay, when you open the run command, okay, when you open the run services.msc, when you open the services.msc, you will get all the Windows related services. Okay, all the Windows related services. Along with, you will also get the SQL also. See, these are all the SQL related services. So if you wanted to stop, if you wanted to start, better choose services.msc, which is much faster. Okay, which is much faster when you are starting, when you are stopping, when you compare with the SQL Server Configuration Manager. Services.msc is much faster. If you wanted to stop, if you wanted to start the SQL services, prefer services.msc better, sir. Okay, rather than going for SQL Server Configuration Manager. Again, Configuration Manager is also best. I'm not saying is there any issue with the Configuration Manager? Nothing. But when you are especially stopping, starting, if you are having some memory constraint on your server, okay, better go for services.msc rather than preferring SQL Server Configuration Manager. This is small hint, sir. Okay, apart from nothing else. Now see, I just started SQL services right now. Are you able to see SQL Server.exe file? Everyone, are you able to see SQL Server.exe file?
Yes, yes.
Okay, this is one instance. Okay, this is one instance. Okay, which contains lots of DLLs, dependency DLLs, lots of executable files. Okay, so every instance when you are installing SQL means when you install SQL Server, okay, uh, when you are installing SQL Server, every time you will get lot of DLLs, lot of executable files, which is running as a background for SQL Server.exe. For SQL Server.exe. Please keep that in mind. That is very important. And one more thing, sir. Each SQL Server.exe contains its own memory management. Please, that is also very important. Not only collection of binary files, executable files. What is the instance? If someone is asking, what is the instance? Instance is nothing but collection of binary files, executable files, .tlls, along with memory management. Each SQL Server.exe will hold its own memory. Will hold its own memory management. Okay, buffer, nothing but yesterday we discussed, right? Buffer manager, which contains the buffer pool, it contains the plan cache, data cache, log cache, right? Every instance will maintain its own memory buffer manager, buffer pool, data cache, plan cache, log cache. If you are having multiple instances which are running in single server, okay, which are running in single server. I hope you are, if you're not understanding, stop me, okay? So, Gopi, can you adjust your mic? Okay, we are getting some disturbance. Just adjust your mic. See, then Subbu, you just know you told that I can't install MS Office multiple times. I can't install VLC Player multiple times. How can install SQL Server multiple times? See, every time when you are installing SQL Server, you will specify the unique name. Okay, when you are installing SQL Server, you are specifying a unique name for every instance. Every instance when you are installing SQL Server, you are specifying a unique name, sir. Name. Will you provide any name when you are installing MS Office? No. VLC player? No. Antivirus? No. You are not providing any name for that, sir. You are just installing the product. But here, when we come to SQL, when you are installing, you are providing a name. You are providing a name for that instance when you are installing the product. It will definitely ask a name. Using that unique name, you can come to know, okay, this is default instance, this is named instance. We'll talk. Yes.
Um, Please, Sabu, I what is what is actually the difference between SQL Server and the instance? Because
SQL,
it's
see,
kind of
database engine will
confusing.
call it as an instance, sir. See, database engine will technically call it as a one engine. One engine will call it as a one instance. When you are installing a product, okay, when you are installing a product, that technically we are calling as an instance. In SQL, is nothing but instance is nothing but a collection of binary files, executable files, which are running under SQL Server.exe file as a service. This is as a service. Like, see, when you install whatever. See, these are all the services, right? Right? Okay, these are all the default services which are running on your operating system. Like same, SQL is also one service. When you install a product, it is also one service, which is running under a background called SQL Server.exe. To make this healthy, in the background there are a lot of DLLs, executable files, binary files, sir. A lot. But one thing you need to add a point here is each SQL Server.exe contains its own memory management. This is one thing you need to add. Instance is nothing but one SQL installation, sir. When you install a SQL, that technically we're calling as a one instance. Got it? No? Yes? So
Yes.
how many times I can install SQL, Subbu? 50 times you can install, sir. 50 times you can install in one server. 50 times you can install. Will you install 50 times in real world? No. Maximum once, sir. Okay? Like 5 to 6 years, 10 years ago, in one server you will see 2 instance, 3 instance, but now no, sir. Only one instance itself, it is performance is impacting. Okay? So in my laptop, okay, when we go for in my server, okay, in my server, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, SQL Server, SQL Server, SQL Server, SQL Server, SQL Server. This is the main service for database engine. Okay, this is the main executable file. Okay, and this is the main service for your database engine. When you are trying to connect to the SQL Server, right? You will choose the database engine only, right? When you are trying to connect to the SQL Server, you will choose the database engine. When you are connecting to the SQL, you will choose the database engine as our primary component. We are having others also like integration service, reporting service, analysis service. See, when you are connecting to the SQL, database engine is our primary component. So if you wanted to connect to the database engine, okay, if you wanted to connect to the database engine, make sure that SQL Server service need to be up and running. If this service goes down, you can't connect to the SQL Server. This is the primary service for our database engine. Our database engine. In the background, okay, this is our main service. But in the background, this is our main executable file. Okay, if this is not running, this won't happen. Even you, if you start also, it will stop. This is our primary component. So SQL Server.exe. SQL, copy, please adjust. Okay. SQL Server.exe. When you install a
Subbu, I
SQL
am not
Server.
doing anything, Subbu. I'm not sure like why you're calling my name.
Oh no no no
I'm
no
not
no,
doing.
not you. One more gopis.
Okay.
One more gopi. Okay.
Okay.
No, not you. There are two gopis. What is the name?
So one question I have: why do we have install multiple times?
Sorry.
Why we have to install multiple times?
Okay.
SQL Server, yeah.
I can say. See, Microsoft provided you can install 50 times on your laptop. Okay, you can install 50 times on your laptop. But why we will install means that depends on us, right? For example, yes, right? That depends on us. Microsoft is saying that you can install multiple times SQL Server. Okay, you can go for any engines. You can install multiple times. But why we will install means that depends, sir. We can't say that in real world we'll install multiple times, multiple instance in single server. No, olden days, okay, 10 years ago, we used to install 1 or 2 instance on one server. But nowadays, no, sir, because earlier the data is not that much massive. It's okay. We can install, we can maintain 2 to 3 instance in single server. But if that server is goes down, all the instances down. Okay. Now, no. Now everyone is maintaining a single server. They will build one server. On top of that, they will install the SQL Server. But Microsoft is saying you can install. That's what I told you, right? 50 times you can install. Why means, for example, take in my scenario, why you install these many Subbu? Okay, I wanted to practice log shipping. I wanted to practice mirroring. I wanted to practice replication. I need minimum 2 instance, maximum 3, minimum 2 instance, and greater than 2 instance. So that's the reason I install multiple instance in my laptop. Okay, for you also, when you are practicing, okay, if you wanted to practice log shipping, mirroring, replication, you want minimum 2 instance. Okay, then you don't have you don't have that much massive CPU, massive memory to build the VMs. Okay, using VMware, using hypervisor, using Oracle VirtualBox, you don't have that much CPU, that much core on your laptop. Okay, except clusters always on, you can do everything on your local laptop, sir. Except clusters, except always on, you can do everything on your local laptop. Okay, if you wanted to build clusters always on, definitely you need to spin the VMs. You need to spin the VMs. So your laptop is not having that much RAM, cores. Okay, it's a little older laptop. Okay, better don't practice everything. You can practice in cloud. Okay, you no need to upgrade, sir, because many people are learning phase and they are having lack of budget issue. No worries. Okay, Subbu, how I can practice clusters, how I can practice always on that means no worries. You can do everything on cloud. Okay, you can do everything on cloud. Either it can be Google Cloud, either it can be AWS Cloud, either it can be Azure Cloud. You can spin the VMs in cloud and you can install SQL. You can practice whatever you want. Okay, so why means earlier not that much data, sir. Olden days there is no that much data. We are installing multiple instances. For example, this instance, okay, belongs to accounts application. This instance belongs to loan related data. This application this instance belongs to health insurance. So we don't know why they will install multiple, because maybe they we need to educate them. Okay, until unless you should become strong in SQL, how you can raise a question to the application team, hey, really why 2 instance needed? Because if you are installing 2 instance, okay, 2 memory managements are happening in the background. Okay, you may face lot of memory constraints. Then one instance itself is having lot of memory constraints, and you are installing one more instance, then definitely you will face lot of memory issue. You need to upgrade your memory. Okay, we always educate, sir. That's it. Why we will install these many instances means, if application team is telling, hey, you can go and install one more instance on this local, on this server, we never question them. We'll install. Okay, but before install we will ask, is there any already one instance is running? If we install one more instance, we may face some performance issue. No one will come and no one will stop us when you are installing.
What about lower environment, Subbu? Even lower environment also we'll have one server,
What
one instance only. Yeah?
See, whatever, sir, whatever. See, here it's SQL Server 2019, SQL Server 2014, SQL Server 2016, SQL Server 2017, SQL Server 2022. Each instance is different versions. Each instance is different versions, because I wanted to show you the TempDB contention. I install like this. You won't install all this stuff, sir. You will install one version and you will practice everything. Why I install means, I wanted to show the TempDB contention for the previous batch. Okay, for that reason we install. I install different versions. Okay, to present you what is the improvement happened in the each version regarding to TempDB contention. Okay, TempDB will plays a major role. That's what I told you, right? 1 second, sir. My laptop is not charging. Okay, yeah. Okay, now see, you can install multiple instance. multiple times you can install. It depends on not a version, not a edition, sir. Maximum you can install 50 instance. Maximum you can install 50 instance on a single server. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, it's very clear,
Yes.
but I
Okay.
need some clear explanation just to understand the SQL execution.
SQL execution. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, the execution service.
SQL. No, I'm not. SQL Server.exe file.
Yeah, yes, that one.
Oh, this is C. When you install, so for example, I install SSMS. This is one executable file. If you install antivirus, this is one executable file. If you install a player, there will be one executable file. Right? See, Google Chrome contains
Yes,
one executable file. Zoom contains one executable file. Like same, SQL will contains one executable file.
yes.
Yeah, and each executable file having its own process ID. Each executable file is having its own process ID, and you will see the status, and you will see uh, like a memory usage, CPU usage, everything here. It's one
Does
executable
it
file,
does
sir.
it does it mean that any application that you install has a service?
Yes, right. Every installation, not only forget about SQL. Okay, forget about SQL. Every installation, whatever you are doing, there will be one service will be there. There will be one
Thank you.
executable file will be there. Without these two, no, sir. No, nothing will work. These are the basic common things will happen in the background. Because mostly we won't open the task manager, we won't open the services.msc, right? We'll have a lot of confuse. But not only SQL, forget about SQL. Whatever you are in. So for example, in my laptop, Postgres is also there. See, there will be one service. Postgres service is running. Okay, and there will be Postgres executable file will be also there. There will be Postgres executable file is also there. See, Postgres.exe. So not only Postgres or SQL or Oracle or MongoDB or anything, sir. Whatever you are installing, there will be one service, there will be one executable files. When you open the task manager, when you open service.msc. But in the C files, wherever you install, it contains lots of binary files, executable files, everything, sir. Yep, clear, everyone? So how many times you can install SQL Server? 50 times. Okay, 50 times. What is instance? Instance is nothing but collection of binary files, executable files, which are running under SQL Server.exe. SQL Server.exe, and it contains its own memory management. Every SQL Server.exe contains its own memory management. So that technically we are calling as a one instance. One instance. Okay, and in SQL Server, you are having two type of instance. One is a default instance, one is a named instance. One is a default instance, one is a named instance. Only one default instance you can install on any server, sir. Any server, you can install only one default instance. What you mean by default instance is whatever your computer name, VM name, okay, computer name, same name will be there for SQL also. SQL. Whatever computer name, same name for SQL Server also. Okay, whatever the computer name, if you open the command prompt, okay, if you open the command prompt, if you type post name, this is my computer name, right? Okay, whatever a computer name, your SQL name is also same. SQL name is also same. So only one default instance you can install in every server. Every server, only one default instance. Rest will be named instance. If you don't want default instance, then I can go for the named instance only. What do you mean by named instance? Server name, / your instance name, means you are providing the name for SQL, whatever the name. In my scenario, I provided yes 2019, SQL 2014, yes, SQL 2016, SQL 2017, SQL 2022P. I provided the name. Okay. If I wanted to connect to the SQL server, see, this is my server name and this is my SQL name. Okay. Whenever, if someone is providing like this, a backward slash and name, a blind shot is, oh, this is the named instance. If they are simply providing the name, that is a default instance without any backward slash. Easily, sir, you can recognize, okay, this is the default instance or this is the named instance. This is the default instance, this is the named instance. Easily, whenever you see the backward slash means blind shot, you can think that, oh, this is my named instance. This is my named instance. If it is just a server name, oh, this is my default instance. Only one default instance you can install on server. Rest will be the named instance only. Rest will be the named instance. Every server, then you will get wondered, what is server, Subbu, you are telling? I'm not understanding. Technically, sir, okay, take your laptop. Okay, your laptop is like one server. Okay, your laptop, you can treat one server. Take one more laptop, that is one more server. Take one more laptop, that is one more. Server is nothing but which contains its own operating system. Server is nothing but which contains its own operating system and own resources in terms of CPU, memory, IO, storage. It contains its own resources and it contains its own operating system. Okay, but in your laptop, okay, take your laptop. Mostly you people will open your laptop and you will practice everything on your laptop. But if your laptop is having enough RAM, like for example, minimum, sir, I can tell that 16 GB RAM is fine. RAM is fine. If you want to build the VMs, okay, if you wanted to build the VMs like this, okay, if you wanted to build the VMs, especially for SQL, not for, forget about Postgres, I'm not calling about Postgres, but especially if you wanted to practice for SQL, you need little higher RAM on your laptop, sir. But if you go for Postgres, you don't need that much RAM, okay. You can spin the multiple VMs and you can practice. But if you wanted to practice SQL, you need little higher RAM on your laptops. So see what I done. I install VMware, a tool. Using VMware, I build 3 servers. On my laptop, I'm having 3 servers. I'm having 3 different servers. And I can access this server. See, I can log into the server. See, whatever I can do in my laptop, I can do everything on this server, because this is also one operating system, right? Whatever I can do on my laptop, same thing I can do in this node 1. Node 1 is nothing but my server name. So in real world, okay, they will build the VMs. They will spin the VMs. Okay, they will spin the VMs. On top of that VM only, you are installing SQL servers. So your organization will provide the laptop for you. Once you connect to your laptop, you won't install SQL on your laptops or in real world. Where you will install SQL server, they will provide the servers. Okay, on so server, you need to install SQL. Now I will go to that server and I will try to install the SQL. So you need to first connect to the server. Once you connect, then you will install the SQL server. In real world, I hope you understanding. You're not installing on anything on your laptop in real world. But when you are practicing, you will install on your local laptop, sir. Everything you can install and you can practice. But I'm speaking on real world, where you will install SQL Server in real world. they will provide the server names. So you need to connect to the server names. For example, like this MSTSC. Okay, Microsoft Terminal Service Console. Microsoft Terminal Service Console, MSTSC. Technically, we are calling as a RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, Remote Desktop Connections. You can call it as a different names, sir. Okay, so how you will connect to the server? Via RDP. In a simple to understand, how you will connect to the servers via RDP. I will take RDP to the server. How you will take RDP to the server? MSTSC. MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Service Console. Using MSTSC, I can take RDP to the server. What is the server name? DC. DC is my server. DC is my server. Then I can connect to the DC server. Now it will ask you to provide the username and password. You will provide your username and password and it will prompt you to connect. It will prompt you to connect. Now I will connect to the server. Once I connect to the server, now here I will install SQL, Postgres, whatever I want. So this, if you wanted to practice via VMware, that stuff, what you need, sir, you need little higher RAM on your laptop. Okay, if you don't have RAM on your laptop, you no need to. You can go and ask nearest laptop service centers. You can go and ask, will I upgrade my RAM? Okay, from 8 GB. If you are having 2 slots on your laptop, you can upgrade your RAMs. RAM is very important. Cores are fine, but RAM minimum to minimum. If your VM wanted to spin very smoothly, okay. If your VM wanted to spin smoothly, minimum to minimum, 2.5 GB to minimum 2 GB RAM you need to allocate, sir. Okay, minimum 2 GB RAM you need to allocate. So I allocated for DC server 2 GB, but for node 1, node 2, I allocated little higher RAM because where I'm installing SQL servers. Okay, 2.5 GB minimum RAM is fine. So 2.5 GB, 2.5 GB, 2.5 GB, or like almost 7 GB it is consuming. Oh, Subbu, I'm having 8 GB RAM. I can give 2 GB, 2 GB, 1.8 GB. Rest, see, even your operating system also require RAM, sir. Your laptop also need RAM to open the VMware, sir. You need to focus on your laptop, how to open my laptop, what are the shortcuts, what are the components are available on my laptop. This is the basics, sir. Many people unaware of this concept and they are learning SQL. They are running some other technologies. I don't know what you will learn. Literally, we don't know, sir. Many people don't know about what are the shortcuts I can use, how to copy, how to paste, how to see my computer name, what are the service, how to open the task manager. If I kill, what will happen? Many people are unaware of this concept, and they literally wanted to learn some technology. I don't know what they will do. Literally, sir. If you don't know about the basic things, these are all the basics. To open the services.msc, to open the task manager, to how to build the VMs. These are all the base concepts. We mustn't should learn, sir. No one will train us. No one will train us. No worries. I will show you how to spin the VMs. As of now, don't spin the VMs, sir. I will show you the people who are first time learning. I will show you how to spin the VMs. So these are the basic stuff you must and should learn. So in real world, you will get the server details where you need to install SQL. Is it understandable, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how many how many types of instance? One is the default instance, one is the named instance. What is the default instance, sir? What is the default instance? Nothing but your computer name. Okay, computer name. Whatever the computer name, same name MySQL is also running. Named instance means you are specifying a name when you are installing SQL Server. You are specifying a name Okay, when you are installing SQL Server, when you are trying to connect, you need to specify that name itself. Okay, easily you can understand, sir. When you open services.msc, when you open configuration manager, easily you can understand. See here, SQL Server, right? SQL Server. Whenever you see MS SQL Server, okay, in the braces for SQL Server, MS SQL Server, whenever you see like this, blindly you should understand, okay, this is my default instance. Apart from MS SQL Server, whatever name you are seeing, whatever name, blind shot is, okay, it's a named instance. Easily, sir. That is a easy. Whenever you open services.msc, whenever you open SQL Server Configuration Manager, okay, when you see here MS SQL Server, MS SQL Server in the braces after SQL Server, blind understanding is, oh, this is my default instance. Apart from MS SQL Server, whatever the name you are seeing, blind understanding is it is a named instance. Okay? Not okay. Everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
It's a blind understanding, sir. Whenever you open Configuration Manager, whenever you open services.msc, if you see SQL Server braces, MS SQL Server, blind shot, it's a default instance. Apart from MS SQL Server, whatever the name you are seeing, whatever it may be, sir, it will be named instance. It will be the named instance. So how many instances you can install, sir? 50. Okay, how many instances you can install? 50. Under this server, I can install 50 times. Will you install 50 times? No, sir. No. In real world also never, sir. Only one, okay? Max 2, max 3. That's it. You won't see 3 also nowadays in 2025. You will see maximum 1 only, sir. It will impact the performance like anything. If you are maintaining multiple instances on the single server, you need much more RAM. Okay, RAM. Memory will plays a major role for SQL. Clear? Not clear? What is instance, sir? Instance is nothing but collection of executable files along with the binary files, which is running under SQL Server.exe executable file under the task manager. In the background, SQL Server is the service which is running, sir, for every instance. If you stop this one, if I stop this one, enter your SQL will goes down. Okay, enter your SQL will goes down means this SQL Server.exe will be down, sir. This service will plays a major role. SQL Server service will plays a major role for entire your database engine. If you're not able to connect to the database engine, blindly you should get an idea to go to the configuration manager or open services.msc, verify whether my SQL is running or not. If SQL is not running, you can't connect to the instance, or it will throw an error. It will throw an error. See, it is keep on browsing, and it will throw an error. If you're not able to connect to the SQL server, okay, if you're not able to connect to the SQL server blindly, what you need to do, open services.msc or open configuration manager, verify whether SQL service is running or not. If this services goes down, enter your database engine is down. If this services goes down, enter your database engine is goes down. See, it will throw an error. You can't see a network related or instance specified error occur while establishing connection to the SQL server. While you got this error, a blind shot, your SQL is down, sir. SQL service is down. So now you need to go and start the SQL services. Again, try to connect to the SQL. Okay. Now this is about instance. Okay. This is about instance. Is it clear, right? Everyone, instance? No? Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, Sir, when you are purchasing a product, okay, you need to know about the licensing, correct? When you are purchasing a product, you need to know about the licensing, right? Everyone. See, you are purchasing antivirus, when you are purchasing MS Office, okay, when you are purchasing Zoom, take a Zoom also. Zoom, you need to purchase the subscription. Okay, we are using subscription. So 100 users can connect under my Zoom. So I am paying for something for every yearly. I'm paying some amount for Zoom. Okay. Otherwise, uh, under the free trial subscription, only 45 minutes I can do, sir, in the Zoom. Like same, when you are purchasing a product, you should know about the licensing. You should know about the licensing, right? Like when you go for SQL also, licensing is very important. Very, 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 very important, sir. Okay. Very, very important licensing. When you are purchasing SQL, you should know about the licensing. So in SQL Server, we are having two types of licensing. One is core-based license. One is Server+CAL license. One is core-based license. One is Server+CAL license. This is very, very important. You should understand. One is core-based license. One is Server+CAL-based license. Two licenses are available. Okay. In terms of SQL. In terms of SQL, we are having two types of license. But when you go to the cloud, you are having one more, sir, hybrid. Okay, hybrid license. When you specially go to the cloud, you will get one more type of license. I am speaking about traditional license. Okay, traditional license. What do you mean by traditional license? Means, see, this is my VMs. Okay, this is my VMs, which is spinning under my control. Okay, this is treating like a on-prem. This is treating like a on-prem. These are on-prem servers. Same VMs, I can go to the cloud. Okay, same VMs. I can go to the cloud. Either it can be AWS or it can be Azure, it can be Google Cloud, and I can also spin the VMs here also. See, virtual machines. I can spin the VMs in cloud. I can spin the VMs in on-prem. On-prem means under my control, sir. The on-prem is nothing but my premises. Under my premises, I am building the operating systems. Okay, this everything I need to take care. This everything I need to take care. But when you go for cloud, Microsoft is going to take care many things. Okay, your cloud provider is going to take care many things, like especially infrastructure. Infrastructure will be taken care by your cloud providers. I know it will be hard for the first time who are listening, but you know Christopher Nolan. Everyone, how many people will watch the Hollywood movies? It's look like a Christopher Nolan, sir. We can't understand, especially the people who is having little communication skills lower. We can't understand Christopher Nolan movies one time. You need to watch multiple times, sir. Okay, then only like Inception. It's a very tough movie to understand what is the concept of Inception. Okay, are we going to build the servers in cloud? Yeah. Yes, sir. Many things. No, don't get thanks. Everything will talk. Okay, whatever you need, we will build, sir. Don't get any thanks. Okay, that we are discussing. This we are discussing. Everything will talk. So without building the VMs in cloud, I can't show you the always on load balancers. Okay, many more things in cloud. Okay, we'll talk, sir. Everything. So this is someone else data center. You are building a VM. This is my data center. This is my under my control. I am spinning the VM. Okay, in my control, I am spinning the VM. This infrastructure I need to take care. This infrastructure my cloud provider will take care. This infrastructure my cloud provider will take care. This infrastructure I will take care. So whatever you are going to take care the infrastructure that you are calling as on-prem, the infrastructure is taken by someone else. You are calling as a cloud. That's it. whoever handling the infrastructure, you are handling or someone handling. Okay, if someone is handling, that technically we are calling as a cloud. If you're handling everything, the infrastructure, we are calling as on-prem. Okay, of course, both are same only, sir. Either you are creating a VM in cloud, either you are spinning a VM in your local laptop, both are same only. Sir, if you open Amazon, okay, if you open the Flipkart, what are the two things, sir? What are the two things? Both are e-commerce application only, right? Both are e-commerce application only, right? Yes or no? Both are e-commerce application. This is e-commerce application. This is also e-commerce application. Here also you
Yes.
can purchase. Here also you can purchase. Is there anything different? Both are two different providers. That's it. Either you are spinning VM in cloud, either you are spinning VM on your local laptop. Both are same only. Don't get afraid. Don't get panic. Nothing here, sir. If you know how to spin the VM, if you know how to install, take your laptop, sir. You know how to build operating system on your laptop. If you know how to install operating system on your laptop, you are good to spin the VM, sir. That's it. If you don't know how to install on a product in your laptop, I think you can't fit for IT. You can go and do whatever you want, sir. That's a basic. So when you are purchasing a laptop, what is the purpose to purchase a laptop? You should learn on your laptop, sir. Okay, how to install the operating system, how to install a product on your my laptop. Then what is the purpose of purchasing a laptop? Simply watching the movies, opening the YouTube, opening the TikTok, and watching? No, right? You wanted to learn how to use your laptop. First, properly use your laptop, sir. Okay, easy. If you know how to install operating system on your laptop, it is easy to spin the VMs. When you go to the Amazon, when you go to the Flipkart, you wanted to purchase a laptop. Okay, if you decide if I wanted to purchase the laptops, now what you will do, you will get the information about what sort of laptops in the market, either Lenovo, Acer, all the stuffs are there. Okay, definitely you will understand. Okay, what is Intel Core, how much RAM, how much storage, what is my process. Okay, what is my process? Will you will you go and verify this stuff before you purchase a laptop? Can you know how you install VM? No worries. Again, sir, come on, don't think that how to install VMs on VMware, how to install VM on Azure. I will show you everything. Okay, I will show you everything. That's what I'm talking. You will become Windows team. You will become network team. You will become storage team. You will become Active Directory team. I will discuss everything practically only. Don't distract your brain now. Can you show us? Can we discuss? We will talk everything. Okay, first you should focus is how to install SQL Server. Okay, if you know how to install SQL Server, you are awesome. You are good. If you don't know how to install SQL Server, then what is the purpose of learning DBSQL? No. Many people don't know how to install SQL Server and they are learning backups, restores, log sweeping, mirroring. I'm just shocking. So forget about all this stuff. We'll talk. Okay. Now, when you decide to purchase a laptop, you should not depend on anyone, sir. If you go to the Amazon, oh, laptops. Okay. If you just search for laptops, okay, you will get it, and you will get the filters. Okay, i5 processor, i3 processor, i7 processor, Ryzen process. Okay, now i9 is the latest process. Okay, so I want i5 because I wanted to see the cost. i7, i9 is with little higher cost, especially the people having some budget constraints. i5 is also good. Now you will see the 12th generation, 13th generation, okay, 12th generation, 13th generation, and you will see here H. There is a number H. You will see H. You will see U. You will see H. Okay, what do you mean by H? What do you mean by U, sir? Anyone so far? Anyone so far? You went there and you said something? No, but definitely you will open the TikTok every day, Instagram every day. Instagram you will open, TikTok you will open, Facebook you will open, YouTube you will open. You will troll the shorts and you will like it, but you never look on the components which you required. What do you mean by H? What do you mean by U? And what is this 8 GB RAM? Okay, so for example, if I open this, high means performance, sir. The performance will be high. So you need to prefer H. When you are purchasing a laptop, we will prefer H. H for high performance. Okay. Now, if you scroll down, okay, you will get to know 16 GB of RAM. Will I extend the RAM? Somewhere they will mention, sir, clearly, I can extend the RAM for this laptop. Okay. How many slots are there? Will I extend the RAM? So, for example, you don't know about this processor. Okay. Copy this one. Go to the Google and paste it. Okay. And you can go to the Intel. Now it will show you. Okay. Total 8 cores you are getting. Okay. Total 8 cores. Out of that, 4 cores are performance cores. 4 cores are efficient cores. Total you are getting 12 threads. 12 threads. Okay. 12 logical processors you are getting. Physical 8 processors. Physically 8 processors. Logically 12 processors you are getting. And what is the maximum turbo frequency? Okay. And here when you scroll down, okay, maximum memory you can maintain is 696 GB of RAM. It supports DDR5 RAM, DDR4 RAM, LPDDR5 also it is supporting. Means you can keep more powerful RAM with this processor. This is a knowledge, sir. No one is gaining. No one wants this one, and no one is focusing this one, and literally this is very bad behavior. Many people we are observing. Okay, we want to learn a technology, but we don't know depth of the technologies. If you don't know how operating system is working, what is RAM, what is cores, what is storage, okay, then how you will troubleshoot the performance, sir? How you will troubleshoot the performance? I hope you are understanding my point, everyone. No? Yes?
Yes, yes, sir.
How many people went to this before you purchase a laptop? Honestly, no one. Maximum 99.9%, no one. Why, sir? Yeah, that's a problem. Learning SQL doesn't help us a lot. Learning SQL, learning Postgres, learning MongoDB doesn't help us a lot. No, sir, it doesn't help. What is my operating system? What is my laptop configuration? Okay, which process it is running? How much RAM? How many slots? First learn about your laptop, sir. You will become strong in any technology. Okay, I don't want go. I don't want divert the concept. Okay, it will divert a lot. Then okay. Then our days diverts, sir, definitely. So spinning the VM is easy. If you know how to install an operating system on your laptop, you can spin everywhere, sir. You already strong. If you know how to install operating system on your laptop, you already strong. You know how to install MS Office on your laptop. You know how to install antivirus on your laptop. You already good how to install SQL. SQL is also one product. SQL is also one product. That's it, sir. Nothing here great. But it's not like a MS Office. It's not like a VLC. It's not like antivirus. We should learn about when we are installing a product, sir. Okay. Now, licensing is very important. Okay, back to our concept. So I hope everyone will go and watch their configuration on your laptops sir, today. When you are purchasing a laptop, when you decide to purchase a laptop, what are the things I told you, right? Mostly prefer H. H is the high performance, sir. Okay. And you can copy this one, go to Intel, ask Intel. Intel will tell everything, sir. Okay. This will tell everything about, see, everything you got it. I everything you need to remember, no, at least how many physical cores, how many logical cores, what is the maximum turbo speed you are getting, okay, and maximum how much RAM it is supporting. RAM, this is very important. How much graphics it is supporting. Okay, storage. I think storage, it depends, sir. Okay, these are good. Okay, these are all good. Clear, everyone? No? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now back to our concept. So we are having two types of license. Again, it will differ, sir, when you go to the cloud. Okay, we'll talk on cloud, what type of license you will see. When you go for cloud, this is hybrid benefit licensing. Azure hybrid benefit license. One more type you will see. As of now, we are focusing two types. One is core based license. One is Server+CAL based license. What is this license? All this this subu means when you are purchasing a car, okay, how when they're releasing into the market, they will go for different types of cars, right? Like basic level, advanced level, high-end model cars. See, you are seeing 2 to 3 varieties of models. See, external infrastructure will be the same, but internal features will be different, right? Agree, not agree? Yes or no? Internal
Yes, agree.
features will be different. Like same, when you are purchasing SQL Server, there is a concept called AdSense. So SQL Server is supporting Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition, Web Editions, Developer Editions, Express Edition. Okay, Web Edition, Developer Edition, Express Editions are free, sir, free of cost. You can use anytime. But Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition, you need to pay. You need to pay to the Microsoft. So when you go for, again, SQL is a SQL. But when you are especially going for licensing, you should know about the editions. So if you want Enterprise Edition, you need to pay. Okay, if you want Standard Edition, you need to pay to the Microsoft, sir. Otherwise, how Microsoft can earn the money? Okay, see, these many editions are there: Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition, Web Edition, Developer Edition, Express Edition, Evaluation Editions. Different editions are there. Out of this, these two editions are payable. Rest of the editions are free chargeable. You will get on free. From 2016, Developer Edition is completely free, sir. Okay, completely free. Now, then, okay, Subbu, we are having different editions, right? When you are purchasing a SQL Server, which edition we wanted to install? Mostly, you will install Standard Edition, sir. Okay, 60 to 75%, you will install Standard Edition. 20 to 25% you will install Enterprise Edition in real world. That is also one important interview question, sir. Which edition you will use more? Don't tell Enterprise Edition, sir, because license cost is much higher. We won't use Enterprise Edition more. We will use Standard Edition only. Okay. Enterprise Edition is license cost is more, sir. 3 times higher than Standard Edition. The license cost is. Okay. When you compare with the standard edition, 3 times higher for enterprise edition. So cost is also vary, budget is also vary. So why Subbu means the features. Okay, when you go for enterprise edition, okay, there is no limitation in terms of resources, either in terms of cores, in terms of memory, in terms of resources. There is no limitation when you go for enterprise edition. When you go for enterprise edition, there is no limitation. But when you go for standard edition, there is a limitation. There is a limitation. Okay, you can use only 4 sockets. You can use only 24 cores for your SQL Server. You can use maximum 128 GB of RAM. Okay, maximum you can use 128 GB of RAM. Okay, there are limitations when you go for edition to edition. Okay, when you go for edition to edition, there are limitations. Will I need to remember all these Subbu means? Not everything, but at least top 5 to 10 features at least you need to remember, sir. You need to remember, like resources level, there is a limitations. Okay, you need to remember. You need to tell, hey, when I go for enterprise edition, when we compare with standard edition, enterprise edition, the major is resource limitation. So SQL can use maximum 128 GB of RAM. SQL can use maximum 24 cores. Okay, there are limitations in the resources level and futures level also. Enterprise edition is compatible only, always on is compatible only in the enterprise edition. Okay, standard edition is also compatible. That is a basic always on availability group. Both are quite different, sir. Both are quite different. Okay, don't compare. Oh, this is always an availability group. This is also availability group. Both are same, Subbu. No, both are different. Both are having lots of different. Okay, so you need to remember a couple of things like this, and also security part. Okay, TD is compatible when you go for SQL Server 2017. See, scroll down, down. See, TD is not compatible, sir. TD is not compatible in standard edition. Standard edition, TD is not compatible in the standard edition. But when you go for 2019, okay, even in the standard edition also, TD is compatible. Transparent data encryption. We will talk all this stuff in the live session, sir. See, here it is compatible. So we don't need any enterprise edition if you wanted to go for TD encryption. If you wanted to encrypt your database, okay, from 2019, even standard edition also you can encrypt. But before 2019, definitely you need to go for enterprise edition only. If you want TDE feature, definitely you need to go for enterprise edition. There is no standard edition. But 2019 onwards, even in the standard edition also, you can enable TDE. So we will educate our application team. Hey, when we go for 2019, we no need any enterprise edition. We can go for standard edition, where we can install, where we can configure TDE, which will save our license cost. So you need to educate your application team to save some money, sir. Not only simply installing SQL Server, working on regular tickets. You need to save the cost to your application team also. How you can save? Like this, you need to educate. What are the features we are installing? What are the features we are using? These features are compatible in the standard edition. Then I can educate my application team. We can go for standard edition also, which will reduce the cost. Okay, which will reduce the cost. Why unnecessarily I need to pay more money to the Microsoft? Okay, like this you can save some money. So what features they are using, what edition they are using, based on that we will work internally, sir. Internally. I hope you are understanding what I wanted to convey. So if you wanted to understand the licensing, you should know about the editions. Okay, editions. So we are having different types of editions. Out of this, these two are very important: enterprise edition, standard edition. But standard edition license cost is 3 times lower than enterprise edition when you compare with. Okay, if you really need enterprise feature, then only go for enterprise edition, sir. Otherwise, go for the standard edition. For example, I need resource governor. Then definitely I need to go for enterprise edition. If I need resource governor, definitely I need to go for the enterprise edition. So what features they are expecting from you? Okay, like intelligent automatic tuning, intelligent query processing. So batch mode is one of the advantages when you go for performance tuning. So if you want to go for batch mode rather than row mode, if I wanted to use automatic tuning, if I wanted to use a resource governor, then definitely you need to go for enterprise edition only. What they're expecting by our installation, okay? Based on that, you can prefer either enterprise edition or standard edition. How I will get to know means, first you should know at least top 10 features where I'm working. Right away you can't understand, but keep on when we are discussing, keep on our training, you will understand all these concepts. Then you no need to ask me, sir. You itself will got the informations. Okay, installing SQL is easy. Even LKG people also will install if I show multiple times. They can click on next. That's it. But yes.
Yes, like before we purchase, let's say in the context of SQL Server, if we want to look the futures, that means the if we want to look the license that we want to purchase, we must consider the futures.
They will already purchase licensing, sir. They will purchase the license. Okay, you no need. See, they will see. You want a purchase internet. What you will do? You will go and see in the surrounding who are the internet providers, who is providing the low cost, good bandwidth, good service. You will go and purchase. Like same, okay. Our clients will already talk to the Microsoft, and they already purchase the license. Okay, or some people unaware of the licensing. They will ask you, can you explain about this licensing? Okay, for example, you are using Express Edition or Developer Editions, and you wanted to go for higher level. You are getting a good profits now. You are earning a good profits, and you wanted to use the enterprise features. Okay, then definitely you wanted to upgrade the editions. When you are upgrading the editions, definitely you wanted to know about the licensing. That time, if your application team is unaware, then you need to educate. You are the person to educate application team. So when you are purchasing the licensing, what this is not one day decision, sir. You can't do one day decisions. You need to do a lot of R&Ds, a lot of research. You need to talk to application team, gather the information, research, analyze, prepare the presentations, again back to your application team, explain everything. Then only finally you will conclude. It's not like one day I can go and, hey, these are the two licenses. You can go this one, you can go that one. They're unaware of that, what these licenses are doing. They are completely unaware, sir. Then you are the person who need to educate them. Until unless you won't become the strong, how you can educate them, sir? I hope you are understanding my point.
Yes.
So there are many things. It's not like one day I can make a decision. I told you, right? These many features are there. Okay, these many types of license, 3 types of license are there. When you go for cloud, you will get one more license type, Azure hybrid license. Totally 3 types of license are there. Okay, which version, which edition they want to do, what type of license they are expecting. You need to do a lot of R&D, lot of research, sir. Until unless you learn from scratch, you can't do R&Ds. You can't do R&D, sir, until unless you learn from scratch. So you need to understand, okay, when I go for SQL, we are having different versions. Oh, we are having different editions. Okay, so we are having different licensings. We are having different features. Okay, and you need to share the documents, these Microsoft documents, to them. Okay, you need to share this document. Hey, will you go and watch? So these are all the limitations. These are all the features compatibilities. Okay, will you go and watch and let us know what features you are expecting? Okay, what features you are expecting. Based on that, we will get one conclude that we can go for enterprise edition. We could go for standard editions. Sometimes they don't know about these features. Then what they can. Correct? Yes or no? They don't know. DB itself, we don't know what these features are doing. Okay, then how application team knows about what are all these features? They will go mad only if you simply sharing this URL. If you are simply sharing this URL, they will go mad. Like when you are learning, you will also go mad. Means we will also go mad. Like they will also go mad. Okay. I hope you are understanding. Licensing is also very important as a DBA. Now, what I wanted to convey finally is, day one you can't understand, day two you can't understand, but it will take some time to do the research. When you start researching, when you are gathering the information, finally you will analyze everything, and finally you will put in a proper hierarchy, and you will draft a mail to your customer. Hey, this is what about the licensing. Then they can understand. Not by simply taking the URL, taking the screenshots, and drafting the email to the customers. You need to educate them. Means you need to do the research over the nights, over the days. You need to research, and finally you need to go to the customer. So don't promise them, okay, within 1 hour I will update you, because you need to do a lot of research, right? You need some time, sir. Okay, you need some time. You need to tell them, hey, I need 1 or 2 days, I need to research. Okay, and I will provide you the update.
That's the thought. But in real time, we will have a like platform architect, solution architect, everyone will be there, right? They will be the one who decide the licensing part, right? We
No,
just
sir.
need to.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Then why I decide to try in this one first? Okay.
So for
Every
Oracle,
project will maintain the architects, solution architects. No, maybe that is kind of smaller project. They don't have budget to purchase the massive team members. Okay, you are the only one person who need to handle.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So think like two ways. Like Gopi told, definitely there are higher teams than you who is having more knowledge on infrastructure level. Okay, these are all falls under infrastructure, sir. You are going to build the infrastructure. Once you build the infrastructure, on top of that, whatever you want, you can keep it, sir. No worry. Correct? What do you mean by infrastructure? You want to build a godown. You want to build a warehouse to store your stock. Okay, first you need to build that infrastructure, right? Once you build the infrastructure, whatever the products you are manufacturing, you can keep that products in that godown, right? Agree, not agree? Everyone, this is infrastructure. First you need to build the infrastructure. You need to understand the infrastructure. Infrastructure is very important. What do you mean by infrastructure? I told you simple example. Godown, sir. Warehouse is infrastructure. Okay, like now you are building a SQL server. On top of the SQL, you can load whatever data you want. Whatever data you want, you can load it. First, you need to build that SQL, right? So here, these are all very important. Don't think that okay, high level team like SMEs, database architects, analytics, they will take care everything. Okay, then what we will learn? When we will learn, think like that. Okay, what our experience also growing. Now our experience is 5 years. Next year, our experience is 6 years. In 4 to 5 years, your experience also 10 years. If I'm asking about license, like that you are taking. Okay, so that's the problem, sir. So you should know about the licensing. You should know about the editions. Okay, editions. Will I need to learn all these features, Subbu? Means no, sir. But some of the features are very important. Of course, those features we are covering, sir, in the live sessions itself, so that you can compare. Mostly, what are the features we are using in real world? We will cover all the features. Okay. Will you cover all these things? No. No trainer will cover all these things, sir. Okay. Don't trust if any trainer will covering all this. No. No. Okay. No one, sir. Because within span of 1.5 month to 2 months, will they cover? No. Even we need 6 months, 1 year also, it's difficult to cover many things. Will you stay back for 1 year? No. No one, sir. 2 months itself, no one is joining. Okay. Then for 1 year means no one will join for our course. What are the most important, most usable features? All we are covering, sir, to fulfill your requirement and to fulfill your day-to-day activities. Let's go for licensing. Now, per core base license, Server+CAL license. You should understand this one, sir. What do you mean by core base license, Subbu? Okay, when I go for Intel process, Intel processor. Okay, when I go for Intel processor, so you are having Intel Core, Intel Exynos CPU maximum. So Intel Atom processor, you are having different processor. You can go for any processor. Mostly be familiar with the Intel Core only. I just open Intel Core. See, sir. Okay. When I go for Intel Core 9 processor with the 70H, okay, with 7097270H, okay, by default you are getting 14 cores. You are getting 14 cores. 14 cores. And what is the minimum, sir, for i9 processor? What is the minimum you are getting? Show me more. Is there any filter I can? No. Let's go for i3. See, let's go for i7, i3, i9. Where is i9? Okay. So scroll down. You are getting 4 cores, 12 cores, 10 cores. Okay. For example, minimum to minimum, you are getting 4 cores are here. Okay, minimum to minimum, you are getting nowadays. Now in the market, you are getting minimum 4 cores. Maximum, for example, you are getting 24 cores. 24 cores. Okay, 24 cores you are getting. Minimum you are getting 4 cores. Now you will go and ask SQL Server 2022 license cost. Okay, license guide. License. Let's open some of the blocks. Okay. Scroll down. Yeah. Now see. Okay. Now see. When I go for Enterprise Edition, if I go for Enterprise Edition, for 2 cores, Microsoft is charging $1,500, $123. Okay, $15,123. Microsoft is charging for 2 cores. For 2 cores, if I open now, you need to become like a mathematician. Go for calculators. Okay, go for calculator. So $1,500, Microsoft charging for 2 cores. If you convert this to Indian, okay, into 89, I think 89 or 80 somewhat Indian rupee, $1. Okay, how much Microsoft is charging? 13,53,957 rupees. Microsoft is charging for 2 cores. For 2 cores, for 1 license. For 1 license, Microsoft is charging for 15 lakhs. So 13 lakhs. 13 lakhs Microsoft is charging. Minimum to minimum, I am getting 4 cores are here. Okay, 4 cores. Minimum to minimum, I am getting 4 cores. For 2 cores, this is the price. I need to move to 4 cores, right? Into 2, again 2 more cores. So how much Microsoft is? Microsoft is charging? How much Microsoft is charging? 27 lakhs Microsoft is charging for one SQL Enterprise Edition. For one SQL Enterprise Edition, Microsoft is charging 27 lakhs. I hope you're getting my point, everyone. No? Yes? Are there online people? 27 lakhs Microsoft is charging for one SQL for 4 cores. Assume you are having 20 cores, 24 cores. Now you can calculate, sir. Okay, you can calculate how much Microsoft is charging. Okay, Microsoft is charging for 4 cores. This much massive Microsoft is charging. If I go for 20 cores, 24 cores, 16 cores, then double, triple, double every time, sir. Your license cost. It will vary like anything. Okay, that much massive Microsoft is charging for Enterprise Edition. But when you compare with Oracle, the little lower cost only, sir. SQL. Many experts are saying when you compare with Oracle, Microsoft SQL is lower cost only. I think someone is working from Oracle. Anyone?
Yeah, I'm working at MongoDB.
Yeah. What is the cost for your Oracle, sir?
It's based on the edition only, but it will be
Yes.
like little higher compared
Yeah.
to SQL.
Yes. Okay. When you compare with Oracle, okay, which is also one of the global leading database management system. When you compare with Microsoft, all the stuff, okay. But Microsoft is charging a little lower only, sir. When you compare with the Oracle, that's we can say. Okay, so this is how you need to calculate. See how much Microsoft is charging. Okay, now when you go for standard edition, sir, when you go for standard edition, see how much vary, sir. $15,123 Microsoft is charging for 2 cores. Okay, standard per core. Okay, standard per core, Microsoft is charging for 3,945. Okay, in the pack of 2 cores. So it is almost 3 times lower only, sir. Okay, 3 times lower when you go for standard edition. When you go for standard edition, it's 3 times lower. So that's the reason mostly we'll prefer the standard edition until unless we really need the enterprise edition, then we'll go for enterprise edition. Otherwise, we'll stay back in the standard edition because the license cost is varying. Like 3,945 into 89, for example, 3,51,000 Microsoft is charging, sir. Okay, 3 times lower when you compare with the enterprise edition. Now, this is per core base, sir. I hope you understand now what is core base license. You understand what is core base license? Based on your core, based on your cores, okay, Microsoft will charge the licensing. Why, Subbu? What is the advantage with the core base license? Means there is no limitation, sir. If you go for core based licensing, allows you unlimited users, unlimited device to access the SQL Server both internally, externally. When you go for core based license, there is no restrictions in terms of accessing the device, in terms of accessing the user. There is no limitation. Unlimited devices can access, unlimited users can access, so that you will get the more benefits when you go for core based license. When your application is a massive application, then go for core based license. If your application is a smaller application with lesser UIs, less devices, less users, less device, less users, less device, less users, then go for Server+CAL license. CAL stands for Client Access License. Okay. Now you need to purchase the SQL Server Standard. Okay, SQL Server Standard. When you go for license, this is a standard SQL standard server, $989. Okay, Microsoft is charging. Okay, $989 plus one cal, okay, one device, okay, one device, Microsoft is charging 230, okay, total 1,219. Microsoft is charging, sir, when you go for core, when you go for server plus cal license.
So
Server plus cal.
cal means
Client,
server, huh?
client access, sir. Device,
Okay.
your device. Okay, third party device, right? They will build the app, right, sir? They will build app, right? That app will map to our SQL server, right? That's it. Customer must assign a license to the physical server hosted on any operating system. Okay, so what they will do, they will get the server license plus they will get the cal license. They need to map each other so that they can access. They can access. Or based on your cal, the license cost will be vary, sir. Server is a server. See, server is a server where you install SQL. How many cal? So, for example, if your cals are increasing, so you are having 10 devices to connect to your operating system. So, to the SQL server, better go for core based license only, sir. Go for core based and standard edition. That is the best, right? Rather than going for 10 devices. Okay, cal is nothing but 10. How many devices are connecting to SQL server? How many devices are connecting to SQL server? So if your devices are increasing, better go for standard edition. You will get unlimited, right? Agree, not agree? If you're having only one or two devices, which is connected to SQL server, better go for server plus cal license to save your license cost. To save your license cost. For example, plus one more cal. So when you compare this also, it is lower only, sir. When you compare two devices are connecting to the SQL server or lower only. So what is your infrastructure? You should understand that. Who will tell you, sir? Your application team will tell us. We don't have any idea. So mutually, the knowledge need to be exchanged, sir, so that you will build the infrastructure. Mutually, you need to exchange the knowledge. Means DPA people need to exchange the knowledge. Application people need to exchange the knowledge so that you will get the better output. Yes? No, everyone? So this is the license guide. If you wanted to go, you can go and watch everything. It will be included. Whatever I explained, same thing, sir. Same thing. Limitations, everything you will get it. Okay. You can share this type of license guide to the application teams are better rather than sharing the URLs, all this stuff. This is officially Microsoft provided, right? So they will understand what they're expecting, what features they're expecting. See, if you go to the Google and search for, okay, SQL Server 22 licensing guide, you will get complete PDF file. Okay, that PDF file, if you share to the customer, then you can understand easily. See, okay, not okay, everyone. What are the top features? What are the top features they mentioned? Microsoft itself mentioned, sir. What are the top features? Mostly, many people will use, right? Those features already Microsoft given here. See, Microsoft given here. Apart from this, you can also share, sir. Okay. Now, okay, up to this, everyone clear? What is server plus cal license? What is core based license? No? Yes, everyone?
Yeah, clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now, there is one more concept which is introduced from SQL Server 2019 onwards. Okay, from 2019 onwards, nothing but SA, software assurance benefits, in terms of license only. Okay, in the licensing itself, Microsoft came up with the concept called software assurance benefits. Okay, Microsoft came up with the concept called software assurance benefits. This is also very important, sir. You should understand. So before uh, uh, November 1st, 2019, okay, before, okay, this is in terms of high availability, sir. Whatever we discuss, okay, so far is good. So far is good. But definitely the experienced people, you may ask questions. Subbu, if I'm going for high availability, like always on availability group. In terms of always on availability group, how my licensing is working, Subbu? Because I will maintain multiple copies, right? I will maintain multiple copies. If you go for high availability, HA and DR, you will maintain the multiple copies. If this goes down, no worries, I can bring this one. If this goes down, no worries, I can bring this one. If this goes down, I can bring this one. If this is also down, everything is good down, sir. Okay, it's a funny then. So to maintain the high availability, so we are having log shipping, we are having mirroring, we are having clusters, we are having always on availability group, always on. So when you go for high availability, how my licensing is working, Subbu? That is the next question. The experienced people will ask us, sir. Okay, this is for again knowledge is very important. Now for to understanding better, okay, to understanding better. See, when you go for high availability before 2019, I am talking, sir, November 1st before 2019. Assume you are having 3 copies. You are having 3 copies. Okay, you are having 3 copies. What Microsoft is offering means for one primary, one secondary, Microsoft is charging zero, sir. Microsoft is not charging anything. See, this VM is having 12 cores. This VM also 12 cores. This VM also 12 cores. Because we will maintain the same infrastructure in terms of CPU, memory, storage, everything will maintain same infrastructure, right? All the VMs having same infrastructure. So if you are purchasing for this, okay, you can maintain 1 copy for free. 1 copy for free. Microsoft is not charging. Microsoft is not charging. But if you want 1 more copy for DR purpose, okay, DR, what is DR, what is HA, we'll talk in the 1 week, after 1 week, sir. We'll talk after 1 week. Mostly next week we'll start. Okay. So for DR purpose, definitely, okay, you need to pay for this one also. So you need to pay for this. You need to pay for this before November 2019. Okay, being customers are overloading, overpaying. Oh, Microsoft decided, okay, customers are overpaying. Okay, overpaying. They came up with, after November 1st, 2019, he came up with the concept called new software assurance benefits. Okay, he changed the terminology to the software assurance benefits, especially for high availability. Okay, now what Microsoft is selling, oh, you can maintain 2 copies for free. You can maintain 2 copies for free. I hope you are getting my point. Yes, no, everyone?
Yes.
If you maintain 1 more copy, then definitely you need to pay, sir. Okay, up to 2 copies, it's free. Okay, that's the reason many experts will build the servers in the 3 copies only. This will be in the see, for example, this will be in the primary data center. This is in the DR purpose. Means Dallas, Houston, okay, Hyderabad, Bangalore. If Hyderabad goes down, no worries, I'm having copy in Bangalore. If Dallas goes down, no worries, I'm having copy in the Houston. Okay, that is how they will build the high availabilities. That is how they will build the high availabilities. Okay, Subbu, whatever you are telling, that I can understand. But there is one point here. See, all are on-prem, 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 on-prem. But I want a different one. One server I wanted to keep in on-prem. One server I wanted to keep in cloud. Then what Microsoft is doing? Then you will get one more doubt, right? Nowadays we are doing hybrid, right? Everyone, half of the servers here we are in on-prem, half of the servers we are in cloud. Okay, now we are in the hybrid world. Now, how for hybrid, how Microsoft is offering Subbu? Definitely will get one question. Experienced people, for them, okay, one server if you are keeping in on-prem, one server you are keeping in cloud, you need to pay before November 1st, 2019. But now, from November 1st, 2019, Microsoft is also offering 0. So one server you can keep in on-prem, one server you can keep in cloud also. Microsoft is not charging anything. Okay.
This is irrespective of edition, standard or enterprise, or it's only for other VMs.
Sir, VM, see, in the VM only you are, okay, underlying again you are getting confused. Sir, this is my VM. This is my VM.
Some project will have a direct physical server also will get it, right? Like Linux and Windows. There
whatever it may be, sir. Whatever it may be physical, it may be virtual. Whatever it may be, it's a core base, right? You are purchasing a core base, right? I hope you are, that is the reason first I opened this one, sir. I hope you understanding. Why, Subbu, you opened Intel? Who is drawing? Come on. 1 second. Okay. See, that is the reason I opened first this one. Okay. It's a core base, sir. Okay. I hope you understand now. Whatever it may be, sir. Your VM can be on-prem, your VM can be physical, your VM can be cloud. It's a core base only, sir. You are purchasing. Again, okay, Subbu, I understood now little. Okay, I understood now, but still I'm having questions. I got a job where I also need to focus on the licensing, but I am having a lot of questionnaires. How I can get miss? For example, Subbu is not available. No one is not available. I don't want to rely on someone. Sir. For example, I am an independent employee, independent worker. I don't want to rely on someone. Then how I can get miss? Okay, what you can do, miss? You can create a ticket you can create a case to the Microsoft, sir. Microsoft. You need, while you are creating a case to the Microsoft, while you are creating a ticket to the Microsoft, create to the volume licensing team. There is a dedicated team, sir. Volume licensing team. Okay, there is a dedicated team called volume licensing team. You need to create a ticket to the volume licensing team. So definitely they are the person who can help you regarding all this license. Whatever queries you are having, whatever doubts you are having, definitely they will assist you, because those people are having more knowledge than us. Those people having more knowledge than us, because those people are only for licensing parts, sir. They are more knowledgeable as. When I'm working to the Microsoft, I work for 1 year for Microsoft client, right? If any case related to the licensing, I won't take care, sir. I will route to the ticket to the volume licensing team only. These people having more knowledge on volume licensing than us. In case still you are having doubts, questionnaires in real world, don't hesitate to create a case to the volume licensing team. They are the people who can help you a lot. Got it? No? Yes? Okay. Then you will get one doubt. We know now we are in 2025. We know how to do the frauds, right? We know everything. Now, how Microsoft is trusting us? We are using right license, right resources. How Microsoft is tracking all this information, Subbu? Correct? Somewhere you will get doubt, right? Yes or no? Agree, not agree, everyone? Somewhere you will get one doubt, right? Yeah. Somewhere you will get how Microsoft is tracking all this stuff. Okay. Microsoft is tracking with help of a licensing key. Okay. Volume licensing key. He will provide one key. Okay. He will provide one key. You know about Deloitte. Okay. Deloitte, who is doing audits. Okay. What Microsoft will do, right? Microsoft will tie up with the Deloitte, KPMG, He will tie up with these companies. Okay, Deloitte or KPMG. They will do audits. Okay, yearly basis, quarterly basis. Suddenly they will come like a squad, sir. When we are writing exams, squad will come on suddenly, right? To verify is there anyone who is copying, is there anyone is making kept the chitties, everything they will do, right? Like same what Microsoft will do. Microsoft will give them third-party vendors like Deloitte, KPMG. They will come audit for suddenly to our companies, whether we are properly using the license or not. They will track everything, sir. Microsoft is tracking with this license key. Along with Microsoft is also providing the license to the Deloitte or KPMG. They will come, they will add it for us, sir, on top of us. So that is how somewhere you are tracking. Somewhere you are tracking, sir. No worries. Got it? No? Yes?
So I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Within online only they will track, right? The why the team come only there is a limit, right, for licensing.
We are human beings are smarter. We are
Okay.
smarter, right? Yes or no?
Yes, smarter, right? But actually, the license key is only suppose if you buy one server license edition, then it is up to one system is free, right? Or two
See,
systems is free.
that's
Yeah.
what, how they are tie-upping up. We don't know,
Mm,
sir. Okay?
mm,
See,
mm.
I can mute it. I'm getting some disturbance. I'm muting. See, there is one website. So what Microsoft will do, right? In one project, when I'm working in one project, luckily I got to work more on the licensing part. Okay? They will give one URL. Okay? We will open that URL. Okay? Under that URL, we can track how many license we are having, how many license we purchase for enterprise, how many license we purchase for standard, how many we used, how many are free. Okay, we are tracking there. Okay, for those people it's fine, sir, but every organization is maintaining same thing, no, right? We can't, we don't know, sir. We don't know. Correct? I hope you understood, Gopi. But see,
Yes, yes, yes.
how you are tracking, we don't know. So that's the reason only Microsoft will tie up with this respective country in the specific region. Region is like a country, sir. You can call it as a region like a country. Okay, a specific region they will give some random organization so that they can go for random audits. Yep, I know. See, of course, yes, you are right. I'm not saying, but see, loopholes is a loopholes. Okay.
Okay, got it.
If you save one license, your organization is saving license, one license. How much you are saving, sir? 27 lakhs, correct? For 4 cores. Like for 24 cores into 12. How much? Almost 3 cores you are saving per 1 server. Okay. So apart from this
Okay.
licensing, Microsoft is also offering, sir, when you especially go for high availability. Okay, when you especially go for high availability, apart from licensing, okay, you know that one server license is free, 2 servers are licensing is free. Okay, apart from this, Microsoft is also offering, you can take the backup on secondary replicas. Means you can take the backup on here to improve the performance of primary replica. You can check the consistency checks. You can take the log backups. You can take the full backups. You can monitor. Okay, these are additional benefits also Microsoft is offering when you go for high availability and disaster recovery. In the secondary replica, you can do many things, like you can take the backups, you can check the consistency, you can also monitor the resource usage from the secondary replicas with to improve the performance of primary replica. This is my primary, this is my actual live production servers, and I want to improve the performance. This I can divert some activity on the secondary replicas. I can divert some activities on secondary. rather than doing on the primary. Okay, so that additional benefits also Microsoft is offering. Okay, I hope you understand the licensing part, instance part. Clear? Not clear? Everyone?
Clear.
No. Okay. Apart from this, okay. Apart from this, okay. Microsoft is offering other stuff also, right? Like when you are trying to connect, you will see the analysis service, reporting service, integration service. These are all service also under our control, sir. Okay, means you are going to take care all this stuff. Okay, so as a DBA, okay, not only SQL Server service. See, means when you installing, okay, when you install SQL database engine, by default you will get the two service. When you install database engine, by default you will get the two service, that is nothing but SQL Server service, SQL agent service. These are the two default service you will get when you install SQL database engine, sir. Okay, when you install database engine, you will get these two default service. One is SQL Server service, one is SQL agent service. But entire your database engine is rely on the SQL Server service. Okay, if this service goes down, your database engine is down, sir. Means complete your SQL is down. Your SQL Server completely relying on this SQL Server service. If this SQL service is down, entire your SQL service is down, sir. Apart from this, you are having analysis service, integration service, a reporting service. So as a DBA, you need to install integration service, analysis service, reporting services also. As a DBA, you need to install these services also. Irrespective of this, you are getting other services also, like VSS Writer, SQL Browser, full text service. These are also our services only. VSS Writer will taken care if you are using any third-party tools, like a backup tool. If you are using third-party backup tool, and that third-party backup tool need to connect to SQL Server to take the backups, in the background, it is using VSS Writer. If something happened to the VSS Writer, your third-party tool backup will fails. Okay, third-party tool backup will fails. Okay, VSS Writer is also very important if you are using any third-party tool. If VSS Writer is also using, very important if you are using any third-party tools. Please keep it in mind. And SQL Browser is also very important. We'll talk all this service once we install SQL Server. Tomorrow we'll install SQL Server. We'll talk about what is SQL Browser service, what is VSS Writer, SQL Browser service lot. What is VSS Writer means? A simple understanding. VSS Writer is always VSS Writer is healthy, sir. Nothing, mostly nothing. Until unless if something happened to SQL, VSS Writer will impact, or sometimes VSS Writer is also impact. Okay, if VSS Writer will impact, what will happen, Subbu, means your third-party backup tools will fail. Okay, means they can't connect to the SQL Server. Even you are having right permissions, even your SQL is running, databases are running, even you are having permissions, everything is healthy, but your tool can't take the backup to the SQL because your VSS Writer is down. So knowingly, unknowingly, VSS Writer is helping a lot in the background. That you should keep it in mind, sir. Okay, if you are using third-party tools in your real world, if you are using third-party tools in the real world, knowingly, unknowingly, VSS Writer is helping a lot in the background. But many people are unaware of this concept. Many people unaware of this concept, but these are very important. So browser service, I will explain you, no problem. SQL service, I will talk once we install SQL Server. Agent also I will talk once we install SQL Server. There is a concept called full search catalog. This will talk in the upcoming classes. And these three services also will talk, sir. These three services will falls into one technology called MSBI technology. Microsoft Business Intelligence Technology. This is a separate course, sir. This is a separate technology. This is a separate course. Under this course, these three tools will work. Okay, integration service, integration service, analysis service, reporting services. Reporting services are nothing but they are building the reports for us, like a bank statement, credit card statement, where you are getting the company logo, stamp, e-signature, everything, right? Like if you want to pull the report service will help us a lot. Packages. So they will build the packages here. How to build the package, how to build the package, how to deploy the package. We'll talk all this stuff, sir. This is also very important. We'll talk. Okay, you will get all this stuff. I told you, right? 30 to 40 sessions off the record, you will get it. This are all concepts only. Okay, these are all concepts only. The off the record, you will get all these concepts. You need to learn all these concepts also. Apart from these live sessions, these sessions also you need to learn, sir. Analysis service is nothing but analyzing whatever the data you are having and you want to analyze. They will create the cubes. So how to deploy the cubes, how to migrate analysis service, how to grant the permissions, how to work with the resources for analysis services, also our task only, DBA task only. Okay. Apart from, along with these two, along with our database engine, sir, along with our database engine, this is also very important. But you are not developing anything. Don't get afraid. Okay, you are not developing anything, but installing, maintaining, you need to learn. Okay, you are not developing the packages, you are not developing the cubes, you are not developing the reports, but granting the permission, installing, maintain the resources, migrating. This is our task only, sir. Is it clear, everyone? No? Yes? Yes, everyone?
Yes, sir. So tomorrow the installation class will start,
Yes,
sir.
it's clear.
Oh, tomorrow we'll do installation, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, before install, I hope these are all very important concepts that you must and should know. If I'm blindly going on installing SQL Server, our day will complete, but you won't become the strong in real world, sir. I hope you learn a lot, right, regarding the licensing. Today, why I spend more time on this means licensing is very important. As a DBA, you must and should know about the licensing, sir. Okay, tomorrow we'll complete the installation. Yep. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.